Shad Mayfield's obviously one of the greatest ropers. You know, you can look at the world standings right now, and he's whooping us by probably 80,000. You know, he's phenomenal.
Even Meged, he's a world champion, so that says enough. You know, he's consistent. He ropes great. We kind of got a couple different roping styles between us. That's what it's going to make our match roping good.
He's so consistent. You know, he hits the barrier, throws his rope as far as Caleb Driggers can throw his head rope, and you know, he's just so strong, flank and tie, and he's so athletic. You know.
Haven's more of a kind of run closer and spit them out on the ground. I like to rope fast. This is kind of the difference between our styles. And you know, there's not a whole lot of guys that like to rope fast like I do. And Haven, he does it. He'll do it sometimes, but not as much as I do. But you know, he ropes great. He in either way or any setup.
He throws his rope so far, and I feel like I'm still swinging when he throws because, you know, he hits a barrier and he throws it to the knot. You know, he ties the rope off at the knot, and it's crazy how far he throws that rope, and it hits around that, right around the neck every single time, and I'm still swinging. So, you know, his range is unbelievable. There ain't very many guys, you know, like Cody Ole had that range and stuff, and Joe Beaver. There's not a lot of guys that throw their calf rope as far as Shad does, and you know, he's consistent with it, and he does it, and he ties calves fast.
The 2020 season started off great. I had a great winter and everything, and then everything hit, and it kind of slowed down. And whenever rodeo started back up, I came back out, started rodeoing quite a bit, and it started out pretty good. And I went over the fourth, and I didn't have a great fourth, didn't draw very good, didn't rope good, and kept going after that, and just didn't have that much luck. So I went home a little bit, but I got 2 more new horses, so it was also that I was getting with them. And you know, I learned so much every year, every rodeo I go to. So I learned a lot there, and then I went home, kind of recouped for a couple of weeks, and went back out and had a real good week or 2 there over Evanston and them rodeos placed. And you know, it's just different trying to get with new horses, especially when you get them out on the road and just straight rodeoing. So it was a good thing I got to go home and do that, but it was also a good thing that I'm in the position I am where I got time to be able to get with these horses for the next year.
Going back and working on the sale barn, you know, after winning the world is something that it's just an everyday deal. You know, if you go home, you're working. You know, that's the thing my parents have pretty much told us. You know, if you want to rope and stuff, you got to pretty much go home and put the work in, and not just in the arena. You got to take care of animals first and go out there. So, you know, I didn't even second guess it. My dad told me, he said, I don't care if you have a gold buckle, you're still working. So it's just something, you know, I feel like it helped motivate me in growing up in life. It set my priorities straight. You know, if I'm going to go home, I got to go home and take care of the cattle. And then if I want to practice, I better hustle and get my butt after it. That way I can ride 4 or 5 horses and practice and have a successful practice every day. So, you know, I was very strict. I go back and watch my NFR videos all the time. You know, if I'm up late driving all night or something, I'll turn that on and I'll listen to him announce my name. And, you know, it's just pretty cool to be able to hear him say that stuff. You know, it's once in a lifetime opportunity. You know, it's pretty cool to, you know, a lot of people say, how'd you do that? And I'm like, I really don't know. You know, it's just a blessing and stuff. So it's really cool to get to hear your name and stuff. So I kind of pay attention to it more often than not.
15, he won in 18, and a rookie, Haven Meged's putting the heat on him right now. Haven's moved to that top spot.
Yeah,
Third place last night.
This kid's for real right here. Big chance tonight. White cap right in the middle. Gonna have to get there just as he comes up, and he's going at him. Haven, this is what he does so good right there, flanking the time. No mistakes. 8-6. He's gonna be splitting third and fourth. You know, and that's just how you chip away at a gold buckle. Horse change tonight for Shad. He's out, got it on him, Look out, people. Turns him around. Gonna have to stop. He comes up in his arms. Shad's after him. Wrap my hood, 2 on.
Good run.
7-3 with 2 wraps in the hood. You betcha. Outstanding run. Goes to 3rd and 4th in the go-around. You know, the thing about Shad Mayfield is he's not scared to use that rope.
You know, I travel with one of the greatest young guys, I'd say, is Ty Harris. You know, it's awesome getting to travel with him, and he ropes so good, and it's awesome. You know, he's a great guy to have in the rig because we feed off each other and stuff, so it works out great. And Tyler Milligan, he's phenomenal. He has a great team of horses. You got Justin Smith, you got Weston Hughes, John Douch. Gosh, I feel bad if I leave anybody out, but there's so many young guys I feel like that are coming up that, you got rookies this year, Kincaid Henry, Macon Murphy, Luke Potter. There's rookies coming up right now that roped really good, and I wouldn't want to be a rookie this year because it'd be easy to get burned out because all those 10-hour drives, just a little $1,000 rodeo, you win $1,000 if you're lucky. And, that's really hard out there because, Ty and I talked about it. We'd hate to be a rookie this year because all the driving and stuff, and, you drive past a lot of rodeos, and then you have to turn around and drive 5 hours back to that rodeo and then go back by the rodeo you were just at to go to a different rodeo. And it's just a lot of different scheduling, planning and stuff. And, if a rookie doesn't do good, they're not going to be happy and they're going to get discouraged and not want to come back out.
There's so many kids coming up that impresses me. It's just like whenever I came up last year, and it was also me, Ty, and Haven. We came up at the same time, and there's more coming, like Kincaid Henry and Riley Webb. There's 2 of the younger kids that are coming up. Like Kincaid, he rodeoed a little bit this year, and he's up there, and he's gonna, I think next year he's gonna have a good chance to make the finals. And Riley Webb, he's just 17 now. I think he's gonna have a real good chance because he's already winning against the top 15 now, and really both of them are. So it's great all them kids down in Texas get a rope every weekend and get a rope against us in the top 15, so it just makes them tougher. And that's kind of how I came up, roping against the tougher guys, so it made me tougher.
I didn't know if I was ever going to make the NFR again after, this winter I just kept getting kicked, and I was like, holy smokes. You're just at the highest as you could be, and now I'm at the lowest you could be, and I'm just like, holy, how do you do this? And, it's just tough. It's out here, it's rodeo. You got to go through the highs and lows, and, it sucks that you were just a world champion, and then 3 weeks later you're at Denver getting kicked, and you're just like, gosh. But, it was just something that I kept pushing forward, and I did good at Houston, and then the American I won 10,000 there, and that turned my whole winter around.
The NFR being in Texas is going to be different, but it's kind of something I could say I was glad to be a part of, that I could look back later on and say I was at the NFR in Arlington, Texas, because you never imagine it being there. And it's going to be a lot different setup from the Thomas and Mack in Vegas, but I like buildings, and that's kind of my setup, and I've had luck there in Arlington before, so hopefully I could have the same luck there that I've had.